Recording. Alright, it's recording. Awesome. So we're just going to go over quickly each bonus, like, and answer any questions, but a bit more details on the bonuses. You know, so not just, alright, you know, 25%, 15%, but, you know, we all know that, obviously, you know, on 100 PV, right, you get, this is you, and you sign up this guy as a distributor, right, you're going to get 25%. Right, on 200 PV, so this is you, you sign up this guy here, and he signs up, you know, somebody in his downline, only for distributors again. Obviously, you're going to get the 25 and 15 from this one, right? Only on the first order. So we know, I think we all know that bonus. Pretty easy, right? Also, it's important to know, what's very, very important to know, you got to ask them here. There are two types, there's two things. PV, I'll maybe put it black. Right, there's PV and CV. These are two different things, okay? Let me... Okay, so PV is the, you know, like the points of the product, points of order, the order. But CV is actually what you get paid on. So, for example, CV stands for commissionable volume. Commissionable volume. So it's important to know, I don't know how it is here in Hong Kong, but for example, and we can ask them that. For example, 1 pack of Xango juice, right, that's 100 PV, right? But it's only 75 CV. So we get paid 25%, not on 100, but 75, right? All the bonuses are paid on CV, not PV. PV is just for your group volume. It's personal volume. PV is personal volume. This is commissionable volume. So, you know, we got to ask them after. Can someone write that down? Just like ask the office, you know, for CV. Because there's a chart that we have. For example, I don't know if Dropbox, if you have Dropbox on your computer, are you connected to the Dropbox, G?
Yeah.
You know, on this one? Are you? Do you have Dropbox here? It doesn't matter. We can check it after. I can show you how that chart looks like. But this, you know, here you get 25%, 15%. Every commission you get on percentage is on CV, not PV. So that's one thing that's important to know. Right? So something... And you got to ask them. There's a chart normally for every single product. What's the PV, what's the CV, and the price of each product. But we can ask them. Okay? So that's important to know. Because this is usually the price, at least in Europe, this is the price without shipping. Like 75 euros, and then it's 100 euros with shipping. Right? But anyway, so, but what happened? What's also interesting is, let's say you're only on 100 PV, right? And he signs up a distributor, right here. So let's say, you know, you're on 100. This guy's, you know, whatever, he's on 100, and he's on 100. That's his own order, right? Well, you're still going to get 25% because, you know, you're on 100 PV. But this 15%, you know, it's going to be paid out, not to you, because you're only on 100. It's going to be paid out to the next person in the upline who's on 200 PV. Yeah. So for example, if I'm Iron Roll Jazzy and I'm on 200, right? I would get this person's 15%. So the cool thing is, in some companies, well, like Vima, 15% would just be kept by Vima, for example. They wouldn't pay it out to the next person, you know? So the commissions are always paid, always paid. So if I was on 100, it would skip me and it would look up. who's the next person who's
It
on
always
200.
goes up to someone on top.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, whoever's on 200. So that's why I always tell people, it's like, if everyone orders 100, that's okay, but I'm always on 200, so I'll get everyone's like 15%. You know what I mean? So that's, for example, you know, maybe that's why this 15% can even reach 3, 4, 5 levels. Not only that, you know what I mean? Because if he signs up somebody, boom. And obviously if he's on 0, if this guy was on 0 PV, just for example, and he signed up somebody, well, it would go up to the next person who's on 100, you know? Because he's on 0, he's not qualified to receive the commission, so it goes up to the next person who's qualified. There's something interesting to know for Power Start, you know? I think it's actually awesome because they always pay out the money.
True.
And some companies are like, oh, since no, you didn't qualify, we're going to keep it, right? And I explained to, so that's, you know, Power Start. But I'm just going to write something here so I remember, you know, afterwards, 6 weeks versus 4 weeks, just something, a note, so I don't forget afterwards. Your next bonus is the Customer Connect. You know, it's also very simple. Here's the thing, customers though, you know, pretend this is you. Let's say this is a distributor. Every customer you signed up, and they create an account, it always starts a new leg, right? You cannot place a customer under somebody else. Customers are always, you know, you sign up a customer 1, you can sign up customer 2, you can put a customer under a customer. Actually, you can't even do that, sorry. Customers are always on new legs. Customers are always. So I can't put any customers under Jazzy or Jeet or you guys can't do that for anybody in your team. So it's cool, it's important to know if you want to give him a customer, he has to sign up that customer, right? So you put his ID, right? So I can't sign up any customers under anybody, right? So you would get 15%, right? And this is still all on level, you know, 1, right? You start new legs with these people, so 15% on every single order they make, every single time. They order once a month. That's why this compensation plan encourages customers. Because if you get a customer who orders juice every month, you get 15% every single month, right? Now then you have, that's if you're on 100 PV. If you look at, you know, the projector, that's if you're on 100 PV. But if you're on, let's say, 200 PV, right, then you get the, obviously, percentages on your distributor's customers. So I'll draw it in blue, actually. So you're here, you have a distributor here, another one here. All the distributors in your network, doesn't matter if you enrolled them or not. You know, if they have a customer, C1, he has 1, see, he has, let's say 2, right? You get from your levels 2 to 5, so this is level 1, this is level 2. So all the customers, these guys, levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all the customers they enroll, you get 3% from every single order. So this guy will get 15%, but you will get 3%, right, of your team, of your distributor's order. So if you're on 200 PV, again, if you're not on 200 PV, then that's going to go up to the next person, again, who's on 200 PV. You know, that's why I always recommend, like, hey, if you want to earn more money, go on 200. If you don't, it's okay. You know what I mean? But someone's going to get paid out anyways, you know? So, does it make sense so far?
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting, I think, you know, because the bonuses are always paid out. Then level 6 to 9, you know, it's only 2% on customers. Okay? So these ones are, you know, pretty pretty simple to understand.
It's straightforward.
Straightforward. But just interesting to know how the bonuses roll up, right? Yeah, so for example, Harold, you know, you enroll, let's say Eric. If Eric finds customers you're getting 3% of all his customer orders if you're on 200, right?
And if he's not 100, Mark will get all these.
If Mark's on 200. If Mark's not on 200, it goes up to
So it
Jazzy.
skips that one level and gets all the points at the top.
Basically, it's if let's say Eric finds a customer, he's not on 200. He's going to look up. Is Mark on 200? No. Is Jazzy on 200? No. Is Kenny on 200? No. Or yes? But
Jazzy's there. Ooh.
yeah. But if I'm not, is Alberto on 200? You know what I mean? And it goes up and up. So it pays out. It's automatically, right? So it's pretty cool, you know. So that's pretty much those two that are pretty quick to understand. And I'm gonna talk about the 6 weeks, 4 weeks in a second. So let me just put it down to uni level. Now this is the core bonus. Understand uni level, and those two bonuses are paid every week. Okay, so for example, the week counts as Monday to Sunday. Okay, Monday to Sunday. All right, so from every Monday to Sunday, let's say this is, week 1. You enroll a distributor. So let's say you get 25% on, I'm just going to use the Europe 175 CV. Right? You're going to get paid out everything you do that week, customers, distributors, you get paid out the following Friday. Right? So next Friday. Paid next Friday. So let's just take a look at this week, for example. Today is what? Tuesday. What's today's date? Just to show you. We can all look at the calendars as well. Right? Today's Tuesday the 8th. So everything that happens this week, from the 7th to the 13th, you're going to get paid on the 18th. You know what I mean? From the 7th to the 13th, you get paid on the 18th, the following Friday. Right? Only for the first two bonuses. So that's important to know. You get paid every week if you get customers and distributors. Alright? Now we can get off our phones. It's just a calendar, not Facebook. Right? Because this one, now I want to talk about the core bonus, uni level. Uni level only comes in when you start building a bigger team. Okay? At the beginning, that's why I don't really emphasize uni level to the new people, because how they should build it, how we explain the bonuses, is really you have fast cash. This is very simple to explain it to people. Fast cash, team bonus, and then team bonus, and then leadership bonus. So you say, hey, fast cash, that's the power start, and customer connect. As you get good at power start and customer connect, you start building a team. As you start building a team, you start earning uni level. Right? As you start building a team, you become a leader. So as a leader, you start getting, rank advancement bonuses. Rank advancement. You start getting global pool bonus. You get the drive your own dream bonus, which we're going to talk about. Drive your own dream. Right? So this is very simple. They're like, oh, well, I just have to get really good at doing these two at the beginning. Find distributors and customers. And then the uni level will kick in. And then this bonus, global pool, is the most amazing one. That's when you're premier. But global pool, most of the time, pays way higher than your uni level check every month. But again, we'll talk about it. This is just how to explain the bonuses. So at the beginning, also for us, if you don't have a big team, these are the most important ones for you. These two.
That's customer what?
Customer connect.
Customer connect and power start.
Yeah. These are most important too. Because if you don't have a team, you're not going to get paid uni level. And I'll talk about that now. Uni level is only paid not on the first order. It's paid on every other order, but I'll talk about that for a second. So, let me see if I can zoom this so you guys can actually see.
What's the third one?
DYOD. like BYOB.
BYOD?
Yeah, drive your own dream.
Okay.
Drive your own dream. All right, thanks, G. I'm just zooming in on this so you guys can see.
That's cool. Is that in the same list for lunch? Yeah.
All right, cool. Does it work?
Yeah, it should be good.
That's okay.
We
Yeah.
can turn off the lights for this side.
I can turn off on this side, yeah. All right, now the uni level on the other side, yeah. No, keep these ones on, yeah.
Still the same.
Good. All right, he actually's reading, so gotta keep the lights on. So,
It's really dark there.
where? Yeah. Just can you turn on both again?
It's alright.
Yeah, can you see it? Good. All right, so uni level. This is the one as we really start building the team. So it's very important. We'll just look at it. The way I like to explain is look at it row by row. So let's look at 1K. If you want to hit 1K, what do you need? Your personal ADP needs to be 100, right? So if you want to hit 1K, you need to have 100 ADP auto delivery. So you're ordering 100 that month. Your group volume has to be 1,000, okay? What is group volume? Group volume are all the orders in your network. So let's say this is you. You have, or maybe, we'll just do it this way. I'll just change a different color. You can still drive. Let's say this is you. This is a distributor you enroll. You enroll one here. So you enroll, start a third leg if you want to. Just we'll talk about how to build after. Let's say they have distributors. You know, he has a customer, C1, he has a customer, C2. Let's say you even have an upline. Let's say this was me, I'll just use mine, let's say it was me. If I add people anywhere in your network, let's say I added one here, right, so red, your group volume is really all of the orders. So if you are on 100, right, so group volume equals your PV. So your order already counts towards hitting the rank, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, plus network PV. So you got yours plus whatever he's ordering. Let's say he's on 200. This guy's on 100, this guy's on 200. And the customer orders as well count for group volume. So if a customer is ordering 100, even let's say a customer orders 50, you know, PV, he's on 200, 100, and I sign someone up on 200, your group volume then, it's the total of all the orders in your network for that month. Doesn't matter if you enroll that person, your distributors enroll that person, or your upline, somebody in your upline, put someone below you, right? So in this case, your group volume would equal 100, 200, 400, 600, 700, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,250, right? That would be your group volume. It's yours plus all of them. So you guys I'm just going row by row. So for 1K, you need 1,000 in group volume. So what I like to write is pretty much for 1K, assuming everyone's on 100 PV, you need like 10 orders in your network. This is what I tell people, you know, because even I usually do 5 to 10 orders. Because if people are on 200 PV, all you need are 5 orders in your 1K, right? If you want to hit 5K, you need anywhere between 25 to 50 orders in your network. You know, 10K, you need anywhere between 50 to 100 orders. 20K, obviously then 100 to 200 orders. You know what I mean when I say between, right? This is if everyone's ordering 200. This is if everyone's ordering 100. Because 100 times 100 is 10,000 group volume. Right?
Yeah, true.
So you kind of know, okay. And what's crazy is if you want to hit Premier, this is what I tell people, Premier, which is by title 7-figure Hong Kong per year, so $1 million Hong Kong dollars per year, you only need 250 to 500 orders in your network, all over the world. Doesn't matter where these orders are coming from. So I just tell people, hey, do you think you or your connections can find 250 to 500 people in the world, who would like to order these products every month because they like them? It's like, damn, that's nothing. That's like 0.01% of the Hong Kong population. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's nothing. You turn up the AC?
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Pretty warm. So this is just so you guys know, and you can tell your people, if they're like, how do I hit 1K? You need between 5 and 10 orders, right? From you or anyone in your network, okay? So that's group volume. But now we're going to go to these next ones, which are very important to understand. Frontline sponsored legs versus frontline placed legs. But the best example to illustrate is I'm going to go to 5K, so you guys understand, right? So, and in this case, I'm going to show you how to build the best team, like the best structure. Okay, and the percentages, obviously you see the 2%, 5%. The reason why you want to hit ranks is you start getting percentages on more and more levels. Okay? So for example, in that case, maybe I shouldn't have erased it, but it doesn't matter. Let's say you were here, you had this guy, this guy, this guy. This is your level 1, right? This is level 1. Right? He has a distributor, he has a distributor. Let's say there's a customer too. Customer, like we said last time. Right? Doesn't matter, something like that. Okay? Let's say this guy added someone here. Right? So that would be now your level 2 and level 3. Right? Say this was your network. Now uni level, right? If you're 1K, for every single rank, it doesn't matter, you're going to get paid 2% of the orders on your first level, right? So if he orders 100 PV, say he's on 100, you get 2% of that, or 2% of the CV, which is 75 for us. You guys got to check, you know what I mean? 2%, his order 2%, his order 2%. Here you get level 2, you look at it, you get 5%. Actually, from after level 1, it's 5% for every level. 5%. So here you get 5%. Here you get 5, 5, 5. Oh no, not on the customer. That's important. You don't get uni-level on customers because you get the customer connect. Right? So uni-level is only distributors. 5%. And even if I add someone, or your upline adds someone, you still get 5%. Wow. So it's pretty crazy because even if you start off and your upline adds like whatever, two people, you're already getting paid even if you didn't even enroll them. Which is amazing, right? You get what I mean with that? So like even if Harold enrolled Eric and you put, I don't know, Ace below Eric is still going to get paid on Ace's order, even though he didn't do it. He didn't do anything. And that's very powerful, right? 2 to 5% on every single order, not on customer. Oh, sorry, this one shouldn't be 5 either. It's customer, right? You okay, Jazzy?
Yeah.
You should take off your jacket.
No, that's good.
It's pretty warm.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, 2 to 5%, right? And this was only paid on the second order. So if someone orders for the first time, say this guy ordered, he just signed up. 25% is going to be paid out, and that's it. There's no uni level on the first order. Right?
Yeah.
So from all new sign-ups in your network, you don't get uni level. When they order the next month, the next month, the next month, that's when this comes in. Alright? So that's important to know, just to kind of show you what do the percentages mean, because you were asking yesterday, is it on the money they make? No, it's just their orders. So it's important to know that. Whatever they order that month, you either get 2% or 5%. And that's why this business, the worst thing you can do is build deep. Right? For example, if you build, I'm going to just kind of move over to here for a second. They can see it's even better here for the camera.
Yeah.
If you build deep, if you just did this, let's say you did this, just like this, well, you only get 2% twice. You only get 5% twice, right? 5%, 5% twice, 5% once. But in this case, when you build y, you get 2%, 2%, 3 times. You get 5%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? So it's better to build high and tight. Also, because if you build deep, if you're only 1K, you won't even get paid on your level 4, right? Because 1K only goes to level 3, right? 1, 2, 3. You won't even be paid on this, guys. You know, that's why when you're 1K, your focus should be like, all right, let me stack up, or it's a level 4, right?
The level 4.
Yeah, but let's say there was level 5, right? You wouldn't get paid on this guy, right? Because you're not qualified. So if, as a 1K leader, you should be like, all right, my goal is like, let me stack up these 4 levels. From 5K, boom, let me stack up the next one. So when you want to enroll somebody, don't put them on a level you won't even get paid on. You know? So this is something important to know, right? Always look at, and if you're not 1K, be like, all right. And that's crazy because just by making an order, you're already qualified for 2 levels. You know? And if you're on ADP, you already have 3 levels. And the difference between rep and preferred rep is if someone's on ADP or not. Right? So even as a preferred rep, you should be like, I'm not 1K yet. I shouldn't be focusing, like, I shouldn't be enrolling people below this. Because this is my 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. Anybody I put over here, doesn't matter why. Right? So that's why it's important that you know this, you have this printed out for people. Right? This is just an extensive...
So you mean after 1K we start a new link, right?
That would be better. Or you start filling them up. Be like, hey, this guy, you can, because you can sign up somebody anywhere. You'd be like, let's say this was you. Be like, okay, well, let's stack up one here. Boom. You start a new leg for him. You can start a new one too. You know? But you're like, hey, I want to help him. It's like a puzzle. All right, where did the piece? Who needs help? That's what I love. Because in a binary, it was like just profit leg.
Yeah.
Just profit leg, profit. Doesn't matter. I don't care if he's not right. You know what I mean? Here it's all right. You look at your puzzle. Like, okay, where do these pieces? Like, who needs the help? You know? And that's what I love about it. So does that make sense as well?
Yeah.
Like, and this is also powerful. Some of these examples to use, like for example, when I talk to people who did, you know, DEMA, I'm like, hey, DEMA presidential, you needed like over 1,000 orders in your network to make the same income by title as a premier. You need over 1,000. In Xango, you need between 250 and 500. You know, which is crazy. That's crazy. Right, so you understand the percentages, it's pretty simple. 2% on everyone in your first level, 5% on every level below that. And the reason you hit the ranks is you start getting paid on more levels. Right?
Yeah.
So now we understand personal ADP, we understand group volume, right? That's why the ranks are called 1K, 5K. 1K you need 1,000 group volume. And group volume usually stands for euros in your network, or dollars. This because this is in Hong Kong, you know, it would be 1K, you need 10,000 Hong Kong dollars worth of product in your network. 5K means you need 50,000 worth of Hong Kong dollars in your network. 20K, 200,000 Hong Kong dollars, not 200,000, yeah. 200,000 Hong Kong dollars worth of product being sold in your network. That's what it means. Right? The points refer to the prices. Alright? Now I want to talk about, this is really important, the next one, because it'll tell you how to build, okay? It's really, really important, this one. The frontline sponsored legs and frontline placed legs. It took me a while to get it, you know, but when I got it, it's like it's actually very important to know. So I'm just going to focus on 5K. Let's look, if you want to hit 5K, because you'll understand it. 5K you need 100, makes sense, ADP, 5,000 group volume. But you need 3 groups of 1,000 GV. What does that mean, actually? So let's say this was you. This is you over here, right? every person you enroll, a distributor or a customer, every person you enroll counts as a group, okay? So let's say, just for example, you enrolled 3 distributors like this, okay? You have 3 groups, okay? So I'm going to write it here. 3 groups. You have 3 groups, 1, 2, 3. So did 5K. Within each group, there has to be 1,000 group values. So in his network, in this guy's network, he has to have 1,000 in group volume. He has to have 1,000 in group volume. And he has to have 1,000 in group volume. Right? That's what it means, 3 groups of 1,000. And they don't have to be 1K, that's what I love. They don't have to hit the rank of 1K. They just have to have 1,000 in their network. Which in many other companies, it's like, oh, you need a gold leader. Doesn't matter on his points, he needs to be that rank. You know, here, and you'll see in a second. So does this make 3 groups, okay? 3 groups of 1,000. That's why we say find your 3 distributors. Because even for 1K, you need 3 of 100. And that usually means 3 people who place an order. Right? So for 1K, right? For 1K, it's like, all right, I start, you know, he orders 100, 100, 100. There we go. You know, I have 3 groups of 100, right? Because their own volume counts for group volume, and in the rest of your network, you know, adds up to 1,000 in volume. Okay? Now, this is 3 groups. If you look at the row in blue, for 5K you need 2 legs of 1,000. So there's a difference between legs and groups. In this, legs, just remember as the lines. This is 1 leg, this is 1 leg, and this is 1 leg. And these are 3 groups. So here, in this case, you have 3 groups and 3 legs. But what we recommend to everybody when you're building is to build like the following, okay? And I'm going to draw it over here. When you start off, first distributor, second, and then third, either below him or below him, like this. So what you have here, you still have 3 groups, but only 2 legs. You see the difference? This is so important to understand. Between these 2 examples, just look at here, 3 groups, the blue dots, you still have 3 groups there, blue dots, but only 2 legs in that case. Only 2 lines, you know? If you did another leg, here you would have then 3 legs and 4 groups. Right? Group is everyone you enroll. That's your group. A leg, I can add a leg for you, but it won't be your group. Your upline can put someone there, but it won't count as a group because you didn't enroll that person. That's so important to understand. Why do we recommend this? Alright? This is just remember, this is the way to build at the beginning. Your first 3 people you want to sign up as a distributor, do this. Trust me. Why? Because I hope I don't get a marker on my shoulder. Why? Because I'm going to explain it. That's why I'm focusing on 5K. Because you see 1K, they say it doesn't matter. You know, they write NA for frontline placements. Right? Why is this important? And it's so important that you get this. Like, believe me. Because otherwise you can really mess it up. Because some people who are 5K earn more than 20K by PIN. Because they build their teams better. You know, they only have 5,000 group volume, but they earn so much more than a 20K leader. Because you have to know how to build your teams. It's really, really important. Because here, if you do this, in the first case, we did this, right? 1, 2, 3. And in the second case, we did this. Well, what is much better to do? This, right? This is much better. Why? Because for it to hit 5K, you need 3 groups of 1,000. So you need to make sure under this network there's 1,000, under this network there's 1,000, and under this network there's 1,000. Then you have 3 groups of 1,000 GV. And here, if you do this one, 1,000, and here 1,000. If there's 1,000 under him, it's also going to count for him automatically, right? So you're basically taking care of, you know, one less leg, right? So if you help build this team, boom, boom, whatever, everything here is going to count for him as well, even if he never created another leg.
But he has to just do achieve 1K.
Yeah, 3 people.
Yeah, if he wants to hit 1K. But, again, he doesn't need to hit 1K. This guy can never hit any rank, and he still counts as a group to hit, you know, to hit one of the ranks.
Yeah.
That's why, for 20K, right, you need 3 groups of 5,000. So it's much easier if you do help 5,000 here, 5,000 here, instead of 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Alright, it's much more difficult to, okay, I have this guy here, this guy here, this guy here. Gotta make sure in his network there's 5,000, in his network there's 5,000, in his network. It's okay, if there's just 2 legs, right? Alright, 5,000 there, 5,000 there. I have 2 legs of 5,000 and 3 groups of 5,000. We recommend building like this until you're about 20K, and then you should start building a 3rd leg. You know, then you should start, because after Premiere, you got to build new groups and new legs. If you look at the chart, and that's what I love about this business, because it forces you. If you want to earn more money, you have to go out and build another leg. So you can't get lucky. You can't be placed in a position where you have a massive power leg, or people build below you. It's like, shit, if I want to go past Premiere, right? Because look at just 100K, you look at the blue row, right? Blue row, you can build 2 legs, 2 legs, 2 legs, up until 100K. You need 3, 2 legs of that, and 1 of another volume, right? So this, just remember, this is the best way to build at the beginning. And what's crazy, which I recently realized, is they don't have to be consistently ordering. Even if they never order, well, they have to make 1 order. That's the number. Actually, no, they don't even have to make an order. If you enroll someone and they never make, it still counts as a group. It still counts as a group. So even if this guy never ordered ever again, and under him there was 5,000, he would count. In other compensation plans, you need the people you enroll to order. Like in Vima, you couldn't cycle unless both of your PEQs were ordering. If a PEQ didn't order, you lost a PEQ. In this, you never lose a PEQ, even if they never order again for the rest of their life, which is so much better. I hope you guys are getting this. I know it's kind of warm in here, you know, but it's so important you get this, because I'm not going to explain it again, you know? Understand this is the way to build. I mean, you can watch the video again if you want, but I'm not going to go over it one more time.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, now's the time to ask.
You get, sorry. The 1,000 from the leg on the left, right?
Which
one?
this
Yeah,
one?
that one.
Yeah.
So when the 1,000 goes up, right? Does it mean that it's 2,000?
No, it just automatically, because
It automatically goes up, so you're just helping.
Yeah, exactly. Because remember, his group volume is his personal volume
Okay.
plus his network's volume.
Okay.
So if his network has all that, he automatically has a group volume.
Okay.
So his group volume is usually his network plus his own order, right? So if there's 1,000 here, he automatically has 1,000 plus 200 plus 100. You know? If he's not ordering, it'll be the same as this one.
Kenny,
Yeah.
does those 2 count as 1 group or 2 groups?
2 groups. That's the point.
Okay. So if you're on, let's say Premiere, so if you just help them 2 groups, if I'm wrong.
2 groups of 20,000.
Yeah.
In one group. That's the point, because here, right, in this case, let's say you did this. If you build 3, you would have to make sure, all right, 20, he has 20,000, right? He has 20,000, the other one has 5,000. In this case, you'd be like, boom, if there's 20,000 here, it already counts twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then if this is more like, at the beginning, it won't make a huge difference, like 1K, 5K already make a difference.
How about if you enroll one more person and you have 4 groups now,
Yeah, then.
and one of them doesn't even qualify for 1K, but he's there. So if
Where?
those two are
Show me with a marker. For example, let's take another,
existing drop off.
yeah.
So let's say this guy's not even 1K, it's nothing. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, right?
Yeah.
So, but if he's already 5K and I have 20,000 group volume here, that qualifies as 20K, right?
Yeah, but then you have to look at the other. For 20K, you need 3 groups of 5,000, right?
Yeah.
And 2 legs. So you got to make sure at least on this leg and this leg, there's 5,000. Right? But what you're saying, they don't have to hit the rank. So this guy doesn't even have to be 5K. That's the most important part to understand, because someone doesn't have to hit a rank. For me to hit 20K, if Jazzy never hit 5K, it wouldn't matter as long as he had 5,000 in his network. So for example, if Jazzy, just to show you, so you kind of know what I mean, that's why this is all volume based, right? Because here's the thing. You took the cap?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to dry out. Let's say this was Kenny, and I have Jazzy here. Okay? So he's my, one of my personally enrolled. He counts as a group, and I have 2 groups, or let's say it's like this. I have another guy under Jazz. Doesn't matter. Okay? So I have 3 groups. I'm just gonna flip it, do it like this. Jazzy's here. This is a guy I enrolled, and I enrolled Jazzy under him. J for Jazzy. Okay? Let's say Jazzy only has, put in black. Let's say Jazzy only has, 2 people he enrolled. He doesn't even have 3, only 2 people. And whatever, boom, boom, boom. And in his group volume, he has 5,000. That's good. He doesn't even have to hit the rank. You don't even need anyone in your team to hit a rank to get qualified, which is the best part. So Jazzy, meaning 1,000 in group volume doesn't mean you need 3 1K leaders. 3 groups of 5,000 doesn't mean you need 3 5K leaders, because they could be 5K in group volume, but they might not have the qualifications. It's like Boss. He's 20K, but he has a volume of 100K. But he's not 100K because he doesn't have the qualifications with the team structure, right? So for Jed or Brad or anybody, the volume is all that counts. It doesn't matter about the rank. Like in VMA for Diamond, it's like, okay, I need 2 gold leaders. If one of them doesn't hit gold, I don't get my car bonus. Which is like, what the heck? Your car bonus is depending on someone's rank. Even if they have the volume for the rank, but their balance didn't work out, you still wouldn't get it. Here, it doesn't matter about that's what's the best part. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah? Also for Harold?
Yeah.
So just remember at the beginning, the main thing to remember is build like this. You sign 1 distributor, start 2 legs, and then sign another one underneath, and you're good. That's really what's to remember. Alright?
Yeah.
Because then in the long term, it becomes so much easier. Right? So that's the uni level. That's why I really wanted to go really into a lot of detail with you guys. Because if you understand how to build, it's going to determine, alright, because it's important that you came here today because you have a few people want to sign up. And so it's important to know, where am I going to place these people?
Right.
Don't place them like, boom, That's that would be the worst thing to do. Right? And what's crazy, I want to talk about for uni level. What is crazy, this is called dynamic compression. Now it's not explained in the compensation plan, but it works similar to, hey, if you're not on 200, the bonus rolls up to the next person's on 200. So this is crazy. So let's say, for example, let's say you're 5K, right? You are a 5K leader. Okay? Let's say this is your team. right? Let's say this guy's 1K here, for example. He's 1K, right? And you know, there's just I'm just gonna have to draw a few levels. Say it's something like this. You know, something like this. So we have, just to count the levels, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do one more. Let's say something like this, even 2 more. So basically, this is level 6, level 7. As a 5K leader, you're only paid up until level 5, right? So you won't get the uni level here, right? But look at the 1K. So for example, 1K, this is his level 1, right? I'm going to write the 1K, you know, in red, right? So you can see his levels, because this is his level 1, right? This is his level 2, his level 3, his level 4. He has 6 levels. He can only get paid out on 4, right? So he's going to get paid out 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's still for him a level 5 and level 6. The level 5 then gets paid out to the next person who's qualified for it. So it's going to get paid out to you once more. So you get paid out on this level 5. This is your level 6, which you wouldn't get paid. But since he cannot get paid on it, you're going to get paid.
Wow.
And level 6 then, since you're 5K, you can't get, you know, somebody, you can't get a 6 level, it's going to go to a 20K leader. So it shows that you're not only limited to 9 levels. You know, if you're 20K, you're going to get levels, you know, from all the 1Ks, you're going to get levels 6 and 7. All of them. You know? Right? So even if your network grows huge, you're not just limited to 9. That's dynamic compression. That's what's crazy about the compensation plan, because it's not just only 9. If he's not qualified to get his other levels, alright, this is a level 5. It gets paid out to a rank who can access level 5. That's a 5K leader. He's going to look for the next 5K leader above him. If this guy's not 5K, he's going to the next 5K. Level 6, well that, you have to be a 20K. Who's the next 20K leader in the upline?
Okay.
You know? So, pretty sick.
Then have a question.
I have a question, like,
For the ones up there.
Well yeah, but still it takes 20K, you can have 20K group volumes.
13.
Yeah.
the 5% counts for the orders, PV, CV, or...
CV. Everything is always CV. Percentages are always on CV.
So how does it work, man?
You have to look at the chart here, and you can ask them at the office. You know, there's a chart where it shows, because when I first got my paycheck, I was like, that's not 25% of 100, you know? Or, yeah, it was 25. That's not 25.
The 5%.
I had no, but even in general, even Power Start, always on CV. I got my paycheck for Power Start, so that's not 25% of 200. Instead of 50, I had 37.5 euros, right? And I was like, how come? And I asked them, like, yeah, there's a chart, and it's in the back office, you can find it, at least in Europe, you know? But we didn't know. So you gotta ask, what is the CV? Maybe in Hong Kong it's the same, I don't know.
Can you explain?
Can you agree?
I think she's
Can explain?
Yeah,
Let's see.
go ask her. We can take a, yeah, we'll take a break. So I'll stop this video and then
Okay, cool.
just press the